Whew. Hello, hello, Haley. Can you hear me? Give me my sound check, Haley Dot. How you doing today, love? What's happening? SA Artistries. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you, SA. Good to see you. How is everybody today? How is everybody? Are you able to hear me, Haley? Good to see everyone. Thank you for stopping in. What up, Rule? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in, Rule. Good to see you. Y'all, Rule is lives over here close to where I'm at. Grows Japanese maple trees. Pretty dope. If y'all don't know Rule, check Rule out. How's everybody doing? What's hey, Leo? How you doing? Haley, you never gave me my sound check. Are you in shock? Are you okay? Haley, Earth to Haley Beth. Haley Beth. Haley Beth, you forgot to give me my sound. There you go. There you. I know you're excited. Right on. Good to see everybody. Thank you for stopping in. Hope everybody's doing all right today. My buddy Chad's gonna be here. He's not exactly feeling like $1 million, so he's gonna be in and out potentially. We'll see what happens here. But appreciate everybody joining me. You found yourself at the Gin Project show. This is the new Haley Dot merch you can get. If you go to you find her in the chat down here, HaleyBeth.com. The Haley Dot merch. So thanks everybody for stopping in. Appreciate it. Tonight we're gonna have Angel Toni on. It's gonna be fun. She's gonna be talking about her work as the CEO of Primal Poetry and a project that they do every year, the 50 Shades of Seduction, which is happening up in Chicago. So we're gonna do right on, Haley. So we're gonna talk to her. We've had this planned for a long time, so I'm looking forward to speaking with Angel. She's an incredible person, and she does a lot of good work. Thank you, Chip. Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you joining me, Chip. Natasha, what's happening? Good to see you, Lars. Thank you for stopping in. Just like usual, we're going to spend the first 30 minutes. We're going to do some shout outs, and we're gonna kind of set you up for the show tonight. Make sure you got your adult. All the children are put to bed. This is going to be, hey Angel, good to see you. She's in the chat. This is going to be a little more on the adult side of things once we get towards the end, once the poetry starts. So hope everybody will enjoy the ride. Chad Rev Art, the last time I saw him, he was he very possibly is right now helping a goat give birth, and I'm not making that up. I think Gary might be about to be a father, and I believe Chad is out in the barn helping that happen. He called me right before the show, said it looked like Mrs. Gary was in labor, and so we may or may not see Chad. We're gonna ride it out and see what happens here. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all. The names that I recognize down there, Lars and Rule and SA Artistries and the rest. So thank you for coming in. I'm going to talk real quickly about these collaborations on these guitars. Pretty soon I'm going to be sending this one to SA Artistries for her to paint her vision on. She's going to leave the purple, and to my understanding she's going to come from around the sides and do the light colored portions of this particular guitar. So this one is going out. It's almost done. It's going out to SA Artistries. I just got to do a little final sand on it. We got an SG style that is going. Hey, Cat Art, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, Cat. This is a SG style. This one's going to be going to our buddy Hanson Art Studios, and he is doing a Universal Monster theme on it. You know, like Frankenstein's monster, Mummy, Dracula, that kind of stuff. So that'll be coming at you soon. We got one here for our buddy Eric, the airbrush artist. To my understanding, Eric's going to be doing some type of a Prince image. And this one's going to go to Bob Not So Ross. This one isn't coming back to me, though. Bob Not So Ross has all the other parts for his. So that one's just going out to our buddy Bob Not So Ross, because he has done a whole lot of work helping people on this platform. He creates art and puts it around town. So when he asked, might I be interested in making him one, I said absolutely, because he's a good dude. So we also have a couple other collaborations that I have not had the opportunity to speak with the people involved yet. But Can Do, who is in the chat, and Moose, I believe are going to be collaborating on Etheria. I know I'll be making Etheria guitar. I believe that Moose and Can Do are going to be collaborating with me on that. And I spoke to Severed Art today, and Severed Art and I are going to do some guitars together as well. That gets you up to speed on the guitars, and they will be getting done shortly. Now we're going to do some shout outs. I'm doing a scrap gig piece. Yes, Kat, she is amazing. There he is. There he is. Didn't see you, buddy. All right. He has maybe, I'm going to have to make all kinds of changes here, ain't I? He has maybe, I'm going to try to figure out how to get it sorted out here, buddy, without it being too much of a crazy thing. How you doing today, homie?
Well, been better. Been worse.
Yeah.
Doing all right. I'm here.
You're kind of green. Is your skin suit like leaking or something?
It's a lot of whack. I think it's all the stuff you people eat and like breathe and drink, you know?
Thank you, Lance. Did you just deliver a kid?
Not yet, but I may be shortly. Yes, Haley Beth, he looks great in your merch.
There's merch?
You wearing Haley Beth's merch.
Haley Beth
I'm wearing
has
your merch.
Haley Beth has merch? What's up,
Haley Beth
brother?
might have merch. Hey, thanks, Rules Garden. I got you back.
So right out of the gates, our shout outs, Chad got us started. Haley Beth now has merch. To my understanding, Can Do and Moose helped set up an account to where you could go get you one of these fancy Haley Beth. If you're not tapping, you're napping shirts. And I believe that's Haley Beth right there chilling. So if you're in the FYP, come on in. The water's fine. It's okay. Not to worry. But please go check out Haley's merch. I will get in touch with her. We'll get a link put in my link tree with her permission. That way, whenever we talk about it, we can just say, hey, go to my bio and you can find it. But she is in the chat. Haley Beth, go ahead and drop some hearts down there or something so people can see you. Please give her a follow. And she has a show on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And it is a lot of fun. She has a co-host that rotates every week. Chad's been a co-host. Zach, our buddy Zach's been a co-host. Danielle was a co-host. Burgess has been a co-host. I know there have been Courtney. There have been Courtney, and I can't remember them all. But you get the point. There's always some cool people co-hosting with her. So please turn on your notifications for Haley Beth. She has her show every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Sometimes we do scavenger hunt. Sometimes it's trivia. Sometimes we play games like Man. Haley Beth 24/7, 8 days a week. We love you, sis. Congratulations on your merch. Congratulations on your new venture. Thank everybody that's been helping her out all across the board. Everyone involved, everyone that has helped. I'm sure Haley appreciates your help. So thank y'all. Chad, I'm about to go down this list that I do. But before I do that, do you have anything you'd like to shout out or talk about, or even better, maybe just a few names you'd like to say? I don't know, little
I would
birdie
like to say, Yeah. Kira, what's up? Big shout out to Kira.
Always. Have you seen the little birdie today?
I have not seen little birdie, nor has she tweeted at me yet today.
Keep your eyes out for the little birdie.
I'm watching. Are you out there, little bird? Speaking of birds, there's a favorite bird of mine that sent me a package. I did not bring the entire package out here because, well, my daughter's already laid claim to part of it. I'll show it off on my show Thursday on the other part.
Hey,
would you guys like to see what SA Artistry sent me? Would you like to see it? I bet you guys would.
Very much.
SA, are you still here? God, I hope you're still here.
That didn't go the way I planned.
That didn't go the way you planned.
Let me get you bigger, man. Let me get you bigger. Let's go over here like this. Bingo.
SA, where are you?
Let's bring you. Look at that. Look at me pushing buttons, Chad. Look at the kid pushing buttons.
Hey,
remember when we couldn't push any buttons because we were afraid we messed something up. SA Artistry is in the hizzy, y'all.
Now, I'm going to start real quick, and I won't take up much time. I know we have a lot of ground to cover.
Take as long as you want. It's SA Artistry.
The awesome stickers that I got in the package. All right, I'm going to show some of these off. These are all pieces of her art. This is probably my favorite one. Yeah. If you guys aren't following SA, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I have a big cicada tattooed on my whole forearm. All right? We'll get back to that in a second.
He's got the cicada arm.
I do. I just wanted to take a moment to show off all these little snippets of her awesome art that she has made in the stickers.
That is cool. I hadn't seen that art.
I know she has another one coming up of a witch that she did like a year ago,
we love you. Oh,
I know, right?
I love that one. I love crows, man. You know I'm a Raven dude.
Yes. Let's see here.
Oh, wow. Right on.
Right? Sorry, I'm like jacked full of medication right now, so I'm like shaky more than normal. SA girl, I love you to pieces. No joke. No joke, guys. Like, I'm just showing off the stickers to get you warmed up because, like, you're not ready for what I'm about to show you. This is my other favorite one, of course. Yeah, check that out, y'all. I don't know when the new one gets released, but I saw her preparing a witch sticker from a painting she did, I think, like a year or so ago. She can probably tell you more about that. Okay. Now, there's a small painting that she actually painted for my daughter. I can't show you that because my daughter grabbed it and vacated the premises before I changed my mind of letting her have it. So there's that. But I will. I'll bring it in Thursday on my show. I will sneak it away from my daughter long enough to show it to you guys. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Take a deep breath. Prepare yourself.
Oh, dude. Yo.
It's iridescent, y'all. Like a real deal. I cannot even show. It's another one of those essay masterpieces that are like, it's just got stuff all in it, all over the place. And like,
there's skulls in there.
The bubbles even go around the side and stuff, y'all.
Oh, man.
Look at that.
It's fishing. Oh, you got the fisherman in there.
I got the fisherman.
And the symbol. Behind that bubble, there's a symbol.
Uh-huh. Hang on, I'm looking at it backwards. Let me see here.
Oh, dude.
SA.
The balloon heart.
You are so freaking amazing. I don't even know what to say. Like, I just don't even know what to say. You guys, this doesn't do it any justice. Like, when you see it in person, it is iridescent like a freaking bug. Like, I'm not even kidding. You see that? Like, I'm trying to show it off, and I just... You can't get it. You can't get the gist of it over live. You just can't. It's amazing. Essay, mwah, thank you so very much. I love you. I do. She knows the way to my heart. She knows the way to my heart. Thank you, Essay.
What's up, Dirty? What's up, Crimson?
Much.
Oh, man. That's beautiful, dude. That's incredible.
So, yeah. There's a big shout out for that. So, thank you so very much, sister.
Hey, DJ.
I actually already hung it in my painting studio and had to bring it back down. I'm going to get it framed, but yeah, well, actually, I don't know that I will since you continue the painting around the side. It's really cool. Don't forget. Oh, yeah. There's just so much. Look at the eye.
The skull. Yeah, the skull, man. And the eye. Oh, that's dope.
She put so much stuff in there. It's like, it's hard to cover. It's crazy. All the eyes, look. Oh my God. It's amazing.
Hey, Devlin. Good to see you,
Yeah,
Devlin.
you don't see it until you flip it up. Bam.
SA Artistry, gentlemen. Go look at her page. If you only have one follow left, unfollow me and go follow SA Artistry.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Catch her weekend woosaw. If you can catch her on the weekends while she's working out in her garden before the summer ends, you might catch some pearls of wisdom. That's cool.
Yes, it is the king inside. Bam.
Right on, right on. I love it.
That's what I got for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
We got
That
some,
is awesome.
We got some pretty decent friends, don't we, buddy?
Yes. Essay's all right. I guess we'll let her stay around. She's all right. So I'm going to do some shout outs, man. I'm running short on time here. I want to make sure to get a call list in. No worries at all. Let me remind everybody, if you would like to be on the call out sheet, just please hit me in the DMs if you have show times or changes to show times. Sometimes I'm not able to get to all of them. I do try to get to all of them each time. Each one of these shows I'll load over on the Y-Tubes in its entirety. So you're welcome to come pull clips or whatever you need to do with this, this portion of it. So, Rick the Muse, turn on your notifications for Rick. Hey, Flex, how's it going, brother? Good to see you, man. Please turn on your notifications for Rick the Muse. Check out what he's got going on over there. He's a good dude, and he's Rick the Muse, y'all. DJ Willison, you might find her in the chat. Every day she puts out a piece of art. She is just an absolutely wonderful, beautiful human being, and the world needs more DJ Willisons. So please check her out. Turn on your notifications for her, so when she put content out, you can find it. Thank you, Devlin. Severed Art is another one of my favorites. Please go check out Severed Art. And she is also going to be doing some guitars with me. I'm pretty excited about that. You just saw him in the chat. Flex Flare and Dirty 530 are both in the chat. They do a show with Eric the Airbrush Artist on Saturdays. And that is at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is the right time for that. We've got our good friend Eve, who does Musical Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And she does a show on Saturday, Saturday evening. So please check out Eve. She did that piece of art right there, and she taught me how to do that in one sitting. So please go check out Eve. She's amazing people. She's a good friend of ours, and we'd love it if you support her. Our friend Jay, who created that piece of art right here, has teamed up with Courtney, and they are doing a show on Wednesdays at 12:30 Eastern Time. And Jay and Courtney's show is about addiction. And if that isn't an area that applies to you. If you've had a rough day and you just want to go somewhere and tell somebody what happened, or a rough week or whatever, that's a good spot to do that. Courtney and Jay are both great listeners, and they'll give you a platform to feel heard. So please go check out Courtney and Jay, 12:30 Wednesdays. That's Eastern time. I just mentioned Eric and Dirty 530 and Flex Flare, and I'm seeing that yes, it is at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also check out our buddy Bob Not So Ross. That dude does some good work, and he also does some kind-hearted things despite his rougher outer exterior. Thanks, Rule. Appreciate you. Check out Rule Gardens page. Rule it lives here locally, and to me anyway, and grows Japanese maple trees, and is going to take us on that journey. And I grow a Japanese maple tree or two, so I kind of dig that.
That's cool.
So check them out. Our buddy Punk Rock has 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, has a show that he's been doing. Please go check that out. We have Hanson and Kiki, or Hanson and Southern Gothic. Those two, hey Goopy, good to see you, buddy. Those two have been doing a show on Tuesday nights, which is actually Wednesday morning at 1:30 in the morning, Tuesday night, where they do a trivia show. And then on Thursday nights, they're doing What's the Worst That Can Happen, which is one of Chad's favorite shows. And that's where they have a panel of people who all know each other, and they put somebody in a big box that nobody knows, just randomly from the chat. And everybody in the panel asks 3 questions to that person. And then that person picks one person on the panel to eliminate and one person to save. And everybody votes. And somebody ends up in the chat. And it's a lot of fun. It's all in good fun. Nobody's being hateful or anything like that. So please go check out Hanson and Kiki. And my buddy Hanson is one of the people I'm collaborating with. He's going to be burning this guitar right here. And I'm almost done sanding it. So that will happen soon. So please go check out Hanson, Kiki. Hanson has a thing going on right now. If you go in his page and you click on it, you can go vote. I think it's still going on. So please go check out Ambassador Hanson and what he's got going on. We also have Lady Shine, and Lady Shine has 3 different shows that are going on Sunday at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time in the afternoon. She's doing her creative prompts, which is always a lot of fun. On Mondays at 4:30 a.m. she's doing Meditation Monday. So get up, get your day early, and get rolling. Tune into that, see what they got going on over there. And then she also does Walk With Me Wednesday, and that's at 11 a.m. And those are Mountain Standard Time. So please go over there, show Lady Shine some love. She's a dear friend of ours. And we really hope you go check out what she's got going on. That creative prompt thing is so cool. She gives prompts, poets write, artists make. It's a really cool concept. So please go check that out. Another one of our favorite people, Kira Wilson Art. Please check Kira Wilson out. 6 to 9 Eastern time on Monday, she has a show. And Kira's incredible. She's an amazing artist. For a couple decades, she's been an internationally galleried artist, and she also has a degree in business, and she's also a really, really smart lady. So if you were a new artist and you were going to go watch one Gen Project video, I would go over to the YTubes page where you can find the Gen Project videos, and I would watch the one on Kira Wilson Art. She holds a class on some basics.
I learned new stuff watching her live just a couple of days ago about painting.
She's amazing.
Stuff I was like, never thought of that.
She's incredible, man. She not only does she create beautiful art, but she's an amazing human being. So please give some support to Lady Shine. We love some Wafty Llama. We also love some OG Natasha art, which is right there. Johnny Ray and Mondo art, if you can catch them on, give them a look. Our good friend Lita has been making some cool art. She's kind of newer to the scene. Go check out what Lita's got going on. Painting at Tiffany's, we're just going to say we love you every show. So Painting at Tiffany's, we love you. Ashman does on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Our buddy Ashman, who did that art, right?
It's like somewhere
There.
on this. There we are.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays, he does the basic art show. That's from 7 to 8 Mountain Standard Time. And on Fridays, he does Drawn and Quartered. And I believe he's going to be doing that with Johnny Ray and Bakken. So if you get the opportunity, stop in and check Ashman out. He's an incredible dude. He's really an awesome guy. He really is. Incredible artist, wonderful sense of humor. So if you get the chance, go check out Ashman. Bob Agbe, thanks for stopping in. We mentioned earlier our girl Haley Dot, 6 p.m. on Fridays. She's got new merch out. Obviously, I support her, so please do if you can. Hey, Darm Queen, good to see you. SA Artistries, we mentioned a little while ago, does amazing art. Also, on the weekends, you might be able to catch her for the weekend Woosaw. So turn on your, hey, Rick, turn on your notifications for SA. You never know what she might be doing. Also, I'm going to be meeting SA this Friday here in a few days. I'm going to take that guitar down. I'm going to take her stool and deliver it. And we're going to go, hopefully the banners of her art are still hanging in Atlanta. We're going to go get some pictures of that. So when her guitar comes out, we got all kinds of copy to use. So please go check out SA Artistries. We love some SA Artistries. Our buddy Matty Pace has a show Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. And Matty Pace is that dude is so positive. If you need to just step in for just a minute or two, go check it out. You'll leave in a better mood than when you went in there. Matty Pace is incredible. He's the best vibe on TikTok Live. No kidding, he really is. And so that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1:30 Eastern Time. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he does an earlier show at 10 a.m. So please go check out Matty Pace. He's been a guest on this show. He's been in the window. He's an amazing guy, and several of the people that support Matty have come over and started supporting us, and I know that a lot of people from our family go over and support him. So I want to say thank you to everybody. Hey, Jeff, good to see you. Another incredible artist right there. Check Jeff
Actually,
out.
this Thursday's window segment is C Money, and he is somebody that we met through Matty Pace.
Right on. C Money will be in the window in 2 days, y'all. If Sire here isn't out helping goats give birth. So tonight we have Angel Toni coming on, and I'm excited about this. Davino Caprice is her significant other, and Davino was a guest on the show many months back. And Davino is a friend to me, to the show. Davino is the kind of guy that shows up when things aren't going well. He don't just show up when everything's going well. He'll show up and check on you when things aren't going well. So I got a lot of love and a lot of respect for Davino. We don't see each other as often as we might like to, but as long as that man is out there in the world working, he's trying to make the world a better place, and I take comfort in that, and I hope he feels the same way about what we're doing. So the person that we're about to bring on is the CEO of Primal Poetry to a large degree because of Davino Caprice. So Angel is going to tell us a little bit about her, who she is, and then she's going to tell us a little bit about kind of what's going on with Primal Poetry. And we're going to do something a little out of the ordinary today. We're going to bring some more than just her up. We'll probably bring Davino up. If there's other people in the chat that she wanted to bring up, she mentioned Devlin before. She mentioned Lady Shine before. Maybe to bring up, say a few words, and then she'll decide what we do from there. But so we may have a little bit different way of doing it today, but I assure you, hey, DeFufu, thank you for being in here. Appreciate it. Good to see you. I assure you it was the request of the guest. The only reason I'm bringing other people up during her interview is because she asked me to bring other people up during her interview. So Anyway, we don't want to take the spotlight off of Angel, but the people she requested to bring up are critical to what she does. So thank everybody for being here. If one of my mods could please find Angel in the chat. Angel, raise your hand, please. And let's get her up here and do our mic check and make sure we got video and we got sound and all of that kind of thing. And then we're going to start having a conversation with Miss Toni. There she is. Moose, good to see you, buddy. Can do. Thank you for being here. Miss Angel Toni, can you hear us?
Yes.
We can hear you, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Lady Shine. How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good.
As good? Okay.
As good as I can be
sound?
at this moment.
I understand. I understand. I have I'm gonna make your little square bigger now, if that's all right. Are you ready? All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a friend of mine. This is a person that I have a lot of respect for. Mods, if you see any bullshit in the chat, you know what to do. Like me and like Chad, Angel has some folks out there that like to cause problems sometimes. So mods, handle that the way you handle it, and I don't think it'll be an issue anyway. So we're gonna bring Angel Toni up, the great, the amazing, the wonderful, the CEO of Primal Poetry, the lady what came up with the concept of 50 Shades of Seduction, an event that will be happening next month in Chicago, and someone who likes to get me out of my comfort zone. Like she comes from a group of people that like to get me out of my comfort zone. So I'm going to turn the tables on her. Chad, I need you back, buddy. Where you at? Where you at, Chad? We need you back. He's hiding. Uh-oh, he done ran off. He's with the goats. All right, Chad, I'm about to go do something. I need you to take over for just a second. Say some nice words about Miss Toni. I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm trying to get over being sick. If I look a little green around the gills or disappear for a moment.
You don't. But I hope you feel better.
Oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Goodness. Well, thank you so much for coming on here.
Keep up the great work.
And keep up the great work. See, I don't even say anything, and he's over here. Yeah, I know. That was sarcasm again. We can smell sarcasm over TikTok again. We can smell the sarcasm.
I appreciate you, homie.
Listen to this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a black tie affair going on in Chicago. So I had to get my tie ready, and I had to do a little wardrobe change. So I know it ain't as fancy as what we might have in Chicago, but I'm ready for you, Angel Toni. I'm ready for you.
I love it. I love it.
Again, give me the vapors.
Got the vapors.
Not the vapors.
Oh my goodness, done got the vapors. All right. So, Miss Toni,
yes.
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you coming on. We've been anticipating this one for months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have. I've been trying to run.
Yeah. Well, luckily we had a friend that's pretty close to you. And he might be willing to make it happen for us. So thank you for being here. One of the reasons that I have so much respect for you, Angel, is we find ourselves in similar situations, which is we like to kind of operate from behind the scenes and kind of do our homework and be that part of the operation. Neither one of us ever had aspirations to be out front, to be the people talking to folks with our faces on cameras and that kind of thing. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for you because I know there are some things that come with that, anxieties and worries and stressors and frankly drama that comes with being the face. So I just wanted to recognize you for that and let you know that on some small level, I do understand.
I appreciate you.
So Let's do like we did when we had our phone conversation, if you don't mind, and maybe just give us a little background, just the part that you're comfortable with. Start us out when you were a little tiny wee angel running around, and then bring us up to date. And we may pause in there somewhere here and there, and go off on a little tangent, and then we'll get back. But
Okay.
and also, this is your show. If there's somebody in the chat that you decide you want to bring up, we will do that when you tell us to do that, and we'll kick them out when you tell us to kick them out. So fair
Okay.
enough.
Fair enough.
Well, thank you for being here. And where'd you come from, Angel? What happened here? How'd we get blessed with Angel Tony?
Um, y'all ready to get uncomfortable now? So it took two people to tango, and then it was a oops, and then it was
Well,
me.
see, when two people love each other again, I'm sorry, I should have
I'm an
explained this to
oops.
him ahead of time, Angel. I should have.
I'm I'm an oops too, Angel.
It was a oops. Um, but I am a little girl from Flint, Michigan. Um, I spent the first 10 years of my life with my grandparents, is where I got my foundation. Um, my grandpa, my papa, showed me what a man should do and how a man should provide and what a real man is to a family. Um, and my grandmother, aka Mama, taught me how to be a lady at all times. I was raised by them. I like to I like to call them the Huxtables because that's just what home felt like. Um, Papa was a bricklayer, Mama was a housewife, and she took care of the kids, raised three of her grandkids, and I am the only granddaughter, so I was really spoiled, really, really spoiled. Um, my mom met this man when I was 6 months old, and that man has become my everything. That is my superhero. Nothing can compare. He's Marvel and DC all smashed together. Um, they had growing pains. So I like to say that I saw a lot of things that I feel a kid should have never been exposed to. But I've watched these two people grow to be the best parents and the best grandparents anybody could ask for. I've watched my dad go from hardcore, rough around the edges. You do something to somebody, he is taking care of it at 3 in the morning. Y'all know what I mean by that. I don't gotta explain. But that's who he was. I like to say and think that I brought out the softer side of him. Um, there was points where my mom just wasn't on that level to be a mommy, right? All of our parents have gone through, well, I'm not gonna say all. Some of our parents have gone through rough times and have grown. I've been blessed to watch them grow into the people that they are today after 44 years of marriage. 44 and a half, just in case my mama is listening. 44 and a half, mama.
Oh, Mama's listening.
Um, and it was rough. My dad was really, really hard on us. Um, but he always showed up, no matter what. To this day, if one of us calls, he is on his way, no questions asked. And yet, I didn't tell you this because it popped in my head afterwards. I played a trick on my parents and my siblings. I called my dad in a panic. Hey, if the police is looking for me and they call, I was with you all day. And he was like, what was we doing? What we normally do? Watch movies. I don't know. But I was with you all day. And he said, okay. He said, okay, bye. He hung up. Not a few minutes later, I got an alert from their security cameras that he was deleting footage from the day.
That's a
he,
ride or die right there. That's my
he was
dude.
deleting.
That's what's up.
That is what's up right there. I love this man.
I knew right then. I was like, if I ever question that my daddy didn't have my back, I know that he has my back. Now, my
That
mama,
is
on the
what's
other
up.
hand, she was asking too many questions. Why would the police be looking for you? What? Why am I lying to them? I was like, never mind, ma'am. I won't call you when I'm in danger. I
Right?
won't call you. Thank you. My brother said the same thing. What was we doing? We was at our parents' house. He was like, okay, bet, bye, click.
Yeah.
So we are definitely a close knit family. Um, my grandmother, to backtrack a little bit, my grandmother was um, a woman who was raised in an era where there was white fountains and black fountains. So she was very hard, loving but hard. She didn't take no mess, and I think I have a lot of that in me from her. So that evil side, if anybody's ever been privileged to see it, that comes from her. Um, the soft, dormant side is definitely my grandpa. He was a 6'6" man, 6'6", 6'7" man.
Ooh.
He he had a deep voice, but he was very quiet and he moved in silence. Um, my grandma was 4'11" and spicy. That's the best way I can put it. She was spicy.
Spicy.
They were a complete match. So the foundation of family and love and attempting to give people grace, but also demanding your respect came from them. Like I stated, my parents are been married for 44 and a half years. They have three kids. I am the middle child and the baby girl. So I got double duty. Um, but we are a close knit family. So
that
that's the family portion. That's where I come from.
that's pretty good. I like it. You even threw a couple little extras in there. I didn't even know. That's dope. I hear you sneaking around over there. All right, all right. So that brings us up to the adult version of Angel Tony, let's say.
Mhm.
And you are someone who you said to me was, looking at your journey has been overcoming fear and procrastination
Yes.
in some respects. And for that person to be the same person that I know is remarkable, right? That in
Mhm.
itself is a journey that could probably be a long conversation. But tell us how. Tell us. I think you're probably going to mention to us a man that got involved,
Yes.
and that journey led you to being the CEO of Primal Poetry. Um,
Yes.
so I don't know if you want to include that dude or not. I mean, he's I. You know what I mean? I mean, his voice is kind of deep and he's kind of
Oh.
handsome, and Chad gets the quivers every time we have him around. But
I want to point something out here. This is the point at which I need to point something out. When this so far unnamed gentleman came on the show last time, I got really sick and I lost my voice, could not speak, and was sick as a dog. And I just want to point out, can you hear my voice right now? Anybody who knows what I sound like, this ain't it. So I'm gonna blame him. So I'm just gonna warn y'all. I'm
He
gonna
stole
warn
it from
y'all.
you.
Divino is so powerful. He takes Chad's voice when he's around.
He sucks the voices from everyone else out of the room just to power
I'm gonna be
his
talking
vocal
like
cords.
this for the rest of the interview because Divino done took all my vocal cords.
I think that's how it works. Oh yeah, I see that, Davino. I might be blind, but I can still read the chat.
And I'd like to say hello to Dead Making Art, and I'd also like to say hello to our whimsical little bird. And whimsical little bird, we need to have a guitar conversation.
Oh, I didn't even see those two come in.
Yes, they're gonna definitely come and see Angel Toni, of course. So, Angel, tell us how we get from the adult version of you that was the spoiled little child that you were saying,
I still am
and
spoiled.
and to becoming the spoiled adult that this man has contributed to, because he does dastardly things like open doors and treat people with respect and kindness and dignity and humility.
Son of a bitch.
This guy's got a lot of nerve. I mean, he will even tell you not to open your own door. This guy is something else. So he is able to take the very voice from Chad Rev Art. So tell us how he came into your life.
Um, well, the adult me was very spoiled, very selfish, very self-centered. I didn't care about anybody's feelings or thoughts. My mom tells everybody that I act like I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. To me, I did. Um, they made it, despite their growing, they made a lot of things easy for me. I was spoiled. I kept new clothes, kept new shoes. Driving as a sophomore, I was riding, which grew into adulthood. I didn't care about anybody's feelings, thoughts. If I asked for something and you didn't give it to me, okay, bet I'll have it in a couple of days. Don't worry about it. That was very much me. Um, got to the point that I got to my party phase where I would buy a half a gallon of 1800 on Friday. By 5 or 6 a.m. on Saturday, that bottle was gone. It wasn't just me, but it wasn't enough of us to get through all of that liquor. Um, so I can say the person who slowed me down, the person who kind of put a stop to all of my shenanigans was my daughter. When she came into my life, she saved me. Um, I put a hard pause on everything because now I'm about to be somebody's mother. I'm someone's example in life. That little person gives me strength beyond measures, even when I feel like I can't move or push another day. She always finds a way to look at me and say, Mommy, you're the best. Mommy, you're the
Oh,
best mommy. Even when I feel like I'm failing, um, she looks at me. And as much as I think I'm sitting up smiling and I'm holding a good face, my poker face is on, she looks straight through it and be like, "You, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? You're not happy." Yes, I am. I'm very much happy. What do you mean? She was like, "Your eyes are sad." And I knew then I couldn't hide anything from her because she knew me that well. Um, so she's my stabilizer in life.
she
Um,
got you kind of back on the track, so to speak.
yeah,
Back
she
on your path.
she definitely did. She made me understand that as much as I like to say life revolved around me, it doesn't. I had to learn how to put another human first. I had to learn to
Mm.
put what I needed and what I wanted and what I demanded. It didn't matter anymore. All that mattered was that I gave her a better life than what I received as a as a toddler, as a child. I had to do better than my parents. What's the purpose of living if you don't do better than your parents? Like you have to do better. So I devoted my whole life to that little person. Um, there was a time where I never wanted her to see me cry. I never wanted her to see me broken. And I was dating someone else at the time, and I was in the closet crying, having a complete meltdown. I couldn't handle being called mommy one more time. I didn't want anything. I wanted the world to shut down and just leave me alone. And I remember her looking for me, running through the house calling me. And she went and found the person that she called daddy and said, "Hey, where's mommy?" And he was like, "She's somewhere in the house, baby. Go look for her. The house ain't that big." And she was like, "No, she's not. I've looked everywhere." He comes out the bathroom. Now he's looking for me. I am in the closet having a complete breakdown. I'm pulling my shirts and stuff down to blow my nose and wipe my face. He finds me. And I'm screaming at him, close the door. I don't want her to see me like this. What are you doing? You're exposing me. Like, I don't want this for her. And he was like, she needs to see you. She needs to see you like this sometimes. She needs to see that you're human. You always can't be super mama to her.
Mm.
And she comes in, she was about 4. She comes in the closet and she looks at me and she grabs the shirt and then she looked and she was like, "No, we can't wipe nose on shirt." She leaves out, goes, get tissue, come back, and she's wiping my eyes and blowing my nose and saying, "Mommy, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine, mommy." Um, so that kind of pushes me to the point where I was in a stage in my life where I was over it. I was over dating. I was tired of giving my all to people that just shitted on me. So my mom asked me one day, she said, "Baby, are you gonna start dating again?" I was like, "If I do, don't get comfortable with them. Learn them by their cars." And she was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Yeah, we don't need names. You don't need names. You don't need to get comfortable with them. Name them by whatever vehicle they ride. Because now I'm about to give the world what has given to me. I'm about to treat them like they treated me. You're not a priority in my life."
Mm.
Um, got on this app during COVID, and there were 3 people that were consistent in my lives: Davino Caprice, Jinky, and a girl named Diablo. They were my first 3 mods. We would come in, listen to music, talk, laugh, all of that. Um, Mr. Caprice decides to slide in my DMs one day. And you can bring him up whenever you want to at this point.
Oh wait,
He,
Davino, is that who you were talking about earlier? Davino Capri. Mods, if y'all
Who's
would please
who's
send
this that
Mr.
they're talking
Caprice up.
about?
If he is in the room, he may be out roaming around. When he gets back to the room, y'all please send him up.
he slid in my DMs and it said something along the lines of, "Hey Queen, you know, um, you're a beautiful person. I like chilling with you. Can I talk to you off this app?" And knowing me, I was looking at the phone like, why? And I was like, "Off on what? You want my number?" He was like, "No, Facebook." And I was like, "Oh no, that's my government name. You're not getting that. That's my government name. I don't know you like that." And he told me flat out, "I'm not checking for your name. But you know what? When you're ready, You know how to reach me. Who you talking to? Angry me, right? Who you talking to? He still came back into my life. He still showed up. He still was protective. He never, if any, those that know me know I hate being called gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. It makes me uncomfortable. I do not like it. So when you repeatedly just come in my space and that's what your focus is, it's a turn off and it annoys me. He never did that. He never sexualized me. He never made me feel uncomfortable. He protected me every time he was in whatever space I was in. So when I say I was evil, I wasn't nice at all. And one day, something woke me out my sleep and said, "Stop playing with that man. He's been patient and you've been a bitch. You need to stop before you miss out on something special." So I instantly got up and I said, "Okay, here my Snapchat. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here the Snapchat and here my phone number." That was the first time in a long time I have given a male my actual phone number and not my Google number. Um, so we started messaging, the good mornings, the good nights, the texting throughout the day, um, holding conversations through text or, little short Snapchat video messages back and forth. That's what we did for a while. And one day he asked me, "Can I call you?" Huh? What you mean? Call me where? What you talking about? He was like, "Can I video call you?" Why? What what do you want, sir? That was normally my response to him. What is it, sir? What do you want? Why? The girl in you wants to snatch off the bonnet, go do your hair, put on a little lip gloss, put on a cute shirt, sit up prim and proper, and hold a conversation with a man. I was on my way to do that, and I was like, you know what? He gonna get all of this bonnet, the crust in my eye, the dry lip, the toe up shirt with the stain on it. He's about to get all of this. And let's see if he just keep talking to me. And what? Because I don't understand why he keep coming over here. And I said, "Okay, you can call." And I answered the phone just like this. "What do you want, sir?" And he was like, "Why are you talking to me like that?" I said, "Talking to you like, well, what is it? What can I assist you with today? Why do you want to call me?" And he told me, he said, "Look, I don't know who hurt you. I don't know what they did, but you're not mad at me. So when you finish and you get past yourself, I'ma still be right here interested." And I was like, "What? Who are we talking to? Like,
Ooh, ooh.
what?"
That
Uh,
cut too, didn't it? That cut
it
too, didn't
did.
it?
It did.
It cut
I'm not
too.
gonna lie. I was
That
like,
found a bone right there. That was all the way in.
this was a disrespectful individual. Like, who are you talking to? Like, do he not know who I am? Go away. And he didn't. He did not go away. He stayed right there, 10 toes down. Um, and then it got to the point that our conversations were happening all day, every day. And I was coming to Chicago because a friend of ours was in a play. So I called him. I said, "Hey, so I'm gonna be in Chicago these days and these days. You want to go to the play with me?" And he was like, "You want me to go with you?" Didn't I say that? Am I not talking English,
He
sir?
was in
You
shock.
you pull it up or you not? What we doing? And he was like, "Okay." I was like, "All right, this is the date. I'll see you then." And I was like, "Oh, we ain't never did this." So Flew to Chicago. He made sure that I was fine the whole trip. Um, Comes to the day of the event. I started getting dressed real early. Here's where my nerves kick in. Okay. I'm not tough angel anymore. I'm sweaty nervous angel. Because one, you done flew to Chicago and you about to meet this strange man. And what if you don't like him? How you gonna get rid of him? Because ain't nobody here to help you. But you went too deep now, so we gotta do it. So he calls me and tells me here around the corner from the hotel. I said, okay, bet I'm on my way down. I go to the front desk and I say, hey, listen, I'm about to meet my TikTok crush. So if you see me hightailing back up in here, call the popos. Because something ain't right. Save me. And she bust out laughing and she was like, oh, you serious? And I said, I'm dead ass serious. If I take off running back in here, all of them, I'm going straight to my room. Okay? She said, okay, I got you. I said, all right. He said, I'm pulling in. And I was like, oh, okay. I dropped my purse. I forgot how to walk in heels. I had to pull myself together. Come out the hotel. He comes around the truck. And it's like everything slowed down. Like time just stood for a minute. And I was screaming to myself, don't stop walking. Don't stop walking. So as we're walking towards each other, I get closer and he opens his arms. And I'm like, okay, he want a hug already? All right, I guess we going in for this. We hug each other and I took a deep breath. It was like I was holding my breath, but as soon as he wrapped his arms around me, I just exhaled. Like, and I was like, ooh, what's that? I don't like that. Okay, back up off me. So I tried to walk around him real quick and open the car door. He was like, excuse me. He said, so there's rules to this. Rules? What's that? What's the rule? When you with me, you don't touch doors. Okay. And you definitely don't touch my car door. What? And I'm thinking, what if he crazy? I'm gonna have to touch his car door because I'm gonna jump off this car. Mm. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let you have this. He puts me in the car. He comes around, he gets in. We take off to our destination. He's talking. I'm trying to make sure that I stay engaged and not drift off. And I was at a point where I was drifting off. Like, I'm so uncomfortable. This ain't right. Um, and he put his hand on my knee. And I was like, he's touching me. Why is he touching me? Do we like this? I think we like this. But he's touching me. Okay, but
She was conflicted.
I think we like this. So I relaxed a little bit. Um, we get there, and when he picked me up, he had on a t-shirt and jeans, right? We get there, he gets out the car, and he goes to the trunk. And I'm like, why the hell he in the trunk? What are you doing back there? Oh shit, you go die. That's what you get for coming here. You go die. And you wore the wrong heels that just don't pull off, so you ain't got no weapon. So some said, nope, look back there, just look. So I looked over my shoulder, and he was putting on a button up, and I was like, oh, okay, excuse me. Um, he opens the door, he takes me out, I step out the way, and when we started walking in, he went to kiss me. He pulled me back and was like, why you walking away from me so fast? And I was like, huh? And he kind of grabbed my hand and snatched me a little bit. To know the Vino, know he big as hell, and little gestures is big. So my body went flying back towards him, and he kissed me. And when he kissed me on everything, one of my legs kicked up in the air, and I was like, "Ooh, uh-uh. Let me go ahead over here, cause Mm-mm. Um, the best way I can describe that night is I've dated people here in Michigan, let's say 22 years of my dating life, um, and was always an option. Ladies, we don't like to admit it, but we were options, and we knew we were options.
Mm,
He gave
mm.
me what I had been looking for, wanting, needing, requesting, demanding, screaming for, crying for in 24 hours. He gave all of that to me in 24 hours flat. And I was stuck, right? Not only does this man protect, but it was like everything was unraveling within that 24 hours. He almost got into a fight on the streets of downtown Chicago because somebody was being disrespectful. And the way that this man turned around but was still holding on to me, but on his way to mess up three people, because it was three of them. And I was like, uh-uh,
That ain't enough.
baby, no,
That ain't enough. I'm good
no.
for 3. I know he got about 8 in him.
I was
Y'all
like,
better call some
no,
backup.
no. And I was like, no, 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 we can't do this. Like, we can't do this. And y'all heard his voice. So it's booming at this point, right? It's loud and it's demanding and it's like shaking your core. So when I noticed that the three that was starting a mess was definitely hightailing it down the street as quickly as they possibly can, I was like, no, we can't, baby, no. And he looked at me and he took a deep breath and we turned around and went into the hotel room, went into the hotel. Walking through the door, the girl looked up at me and she said, and I was like, and she said,
She gave the sister wink, like, all right, we cool, we cool. So I would like to throw a little warning in here. The man's voice you're gonna hear in a little. Ladies, stop it. He's taken. The voice. He's handsome. He's tall. He's a poet. But just be respectful because the man is taken. And me and Chad love some Divino. So don't get it messed up. Well, we good for a couple folks too. So so just fair warning, when we get to hear this man's voice, I want y'all to stay respectful.
Y'all ain't ready.
Y'all ain't ready. Chad, you got anything to say before Davino takes your voice?
I was just gonna say maybe I should be like, thank you guys all for showing up and do all my wrap up stuff at the end. Because here in a minute, like everybody's voice is just gonna get sucked up out of the room just to power Davino's voice.
I'm already starting to feel a little lightheaded.
I know.
I'm not
It's
sure
like
where this is gonna go. I
the
might
closer-
not make it till 11 o'clock.
the closer it is to him talking, the harder it is for me to make words.
Davino Caprice, ladies and gentlemen.
What up, King?
What up, King? How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Good, brother.
Well-
Good, big brother. Good to see you.
Don't do me like that, Chad.
You just trying to steal my voice again.
Yeah, I get to borrow it on weekdays, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Hey, that's
Just
fine
for
by
a
me,
moment.
homie.
Just for a moment, we're gonna give them a taste. Just for a moment.
Y'all control yourselves now.
Get your screenshots. Do what you got to do.
Oh man,
we
hey, man, I got
we
you.
love you, Davino. We love
I
you,
got
man.
you, man. You're clowning. He's
Hey,
clowning.
so-
I got you.
So,
I got you.
so here's the
all
thing.
payments.
So here's the thing. He's also a humble guy, right? He also is a very humble guy and has an entire world of humility that comes with him. Is that fair to say?
Definitely. He's a different breed. Um, I tell him a lot that I've always wanted somebody that was a combination of my papa and my daddy, and he's it. Um, I call him one of my nicknames for him is my gentle giant. Um,
We're going to hear the other ones later. Pineapple!
He said pineapple.
That's mango.
I ain't got no sense, Davino. I don't have one single lick of sense, man.
And I wouldn't change anything about it.
he is he is definitely a humble person. Um, but he's fierce at the same time. He has a heart like no other. When he embraces you and loves you, you have to know that you have a friend in him until you decide that you don't want to be in his life anymore. He is a great dad, not only to his boys, but to my little person. He's a great son. He's a great friend. This man has become my best friend, my biggest cheerleader. He a little bully sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. He 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 a little bully.
Oh, no.
Um,
No.
No, I don't
yeah,
believe that.
yeah, he's a bully. But for the right reasons.
Well, let me
Um,
add, let me get some clarification here, just for fun. See, to me, a bully has a negative connotation. It means you're doing something to somebody that they don't want. Now, I understand that there's a fine line that it may be something that you don't want, but what happens if you find out you really did want
I mean, that'd be different. When it's something I want, he can bully me all day.
it? There might be a different word, encouraging, maybe.
Mm-mm. Y'all
A
hear the
little,
voice.
a little forceful.
When you tell me to do something and I don't do it right then or I stop doing it, what is the line that you give me?
Uncompromising.
What is the line that you say to me?
There's a couple of them.
Nah, uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, let me
that I
help you.
don't like.
Don't make me.
Don't make me come get you.
Nah, the other one. Don't make
Don't
me.
make me.
I don't like repeating myself.
I
That
don't like
that whole
repeating
spiel.
myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
And then he be looking at me all intense and with his jaw
Here's the thing.
gripping.
It's for the right reason. Now, she did begin this conversation saying that she was spoiled, and still is. In the works of nature, and see, I let nature take its course. For every brat that was created, a brat tamer was created. So, within saying that,
Disrespectful.
but she did say it's well deserved. She knows she's supposed to do it, but she wants to fight against it. She said
I
you
don't
can't
agree.
unspoil us.
Exactly.
See,
I'm not
see,
gonna
it's
Yeah,
not the
that's
change.
fact that
spoiled us.
it's not the fact that I want to unspoil you. I want to match that spoiledness with a little bit of reality. That's all. Because
I
sometimes
think
your spoiledness take y'all to kind of an out of body thing, and then y'all be in your own bubble. And I just gotta walk up and be like, hey, pop the bubble a
And,
little bit.
if I'm not mistaken, that's how babies are made, but also how Primal Poetry gets a CEO.
yes.
I mean, that could be either journey we could be talking about right there. Like the birth of a
Just
company or birth. Both could come from those
We go
things.
work. We go stay with the birth of a company.
Okay, okay, okay.
just for the sake of saying, I hope y'all not using pencils in there. So
But this, if you ever have an opportunity to have a conversation with him, ever have opportunity to know him on a personal level, it's an experience that you won't forget. Um, this man is intelligent. He is smart. He knows things that regular people don't know. He's like a walking almost encyclopedia. It's weird.
You're
Because
right.
I'd be
You're
like, why
right.
do you know this?
And he will agree with this next statement I'm about to say. I told you this was going to happen when we were talking. This is actually an Angel Tony interview. I love some Davino. That's my dude. That's like my big brother right there, and I'm older, but
right,
I
that's
love some Davino. But this show is about you,
It
so
is.
you've heaped a lot of praises on Davino here. We got to get back to
Okay.
Angel Tony now.
Okay. I'll get back. Okay. So leads up, um, I got sick with COVID when I returned back from Chicago. And I knew I liked him, but I wasn't quite sure how much I liked him. And I got
But
sick.
it was a lot. But it was a lot.
I liked him a lot, but I was
Just didn't know
still
how much of
side
a
eyeing
lot.
him. Yeah.
You
He
still
was
side eye.
he
You were
was
still
still
cross hating. You were still cross hating that man.
I was. I was still side
No
eyeing the
shit.
hell out of him
Oh man.
because I'm waiting for this other shoe to drop. So baby and I caught COVID. She was down 3 days. I was down a good 20 to 25 days.
Mm.
Every day, this man was on the phone all day, every day, making sure that we had food, making sure that Alex ate, making sure that she was good. Because it was at a point that I was barely making it to the bathroom. I was barely able to sit up. I was paler than pale. Um, but he stood right there, didn't move, didn't budge. I would fall asleep and he would still be right there. And it kind of baffled me, right? Because what man does this?
You fall asleep on the phone, and when you wake back up, he's still on the phone.
He's still
I
right
just want
there.
to make sure people understood what you just said.
He is
That
still
brother was, you
right
call it
there.
10 toes down. I would say he had 10 toes and all 5 fingers down. He was in a go position.
I would look
Whatever
up
was
at the
needed.
phone and like, you still here? And he was like, where else I'm gonna go? And I was like,
No, he was like, where else I'm gonna go?
right, where else I'm gonna go? Um, leads us. That's when I knew that I was a priority and I wasn't an option because every day for 20 to 25 days, you're on the phone with me all day, every day until it's time for you to go to bed. Mm, that normally doesn't happen. it doesn't happen. Let's just say it's very far in between that happens.
He went and
Um,
got his charger.
because
Majestic said he went and got his charger.
when
Oh
I
man.
say from the time that he got up in the morning to get ready for work until the time that he went to sleep, this man was on the phone with me.
They'd
Um,
be exhausting.
Leading up until, I get better, we still conversating. Things are still, going good with our conversations. We're trying to plan to see each other again. And he tells me that he is trying to do a showcase show with, a group of poets. And he wanted me to come in and listen. So I'm listening to them. I feel weird because why am I here? I could be watching TV while you do your poetry thing, and they're talking about it, and I'm starting to have ideas. So I'll text them, "Hey, suggest this. Hey, suggest that." And he like, "No, why don't you say it? No, not my business. You say it. I'm just giving you ideas. Go ahead and do it." So this carries on for a while and a while and a while, and then he just hits me with, "Baby, what was that suggestion you gave me the other day?" And I'm looking at him like, "You jerk. I gave you the suggestion. You tell them." So that's how he kind of pushed me to the forefront.
He bullied you to the front there. I see what you're saying now. That was a
Yeah,
real bully move right there.
yeah, he did.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
normally how he gets me to do things. He bullies me. He puts me
That's
in
that
situations and then
sounded like
push.
gentle persuasion.
No, it was a push because I was like, "Stop asking me to do stuff."
I love
Did
it.
he really push you out forward, or did he just kind of take a step back?
in my
I
behalf,
like to be back here.
There you go.
in my behalf, I want to put this disclaimer out there, and I'm sure the men with beautiful people in their life will agree with this. As great as we are as men, the great things we do, the magnificent things we create, it's just that much better when you add the finesse of a woman. She makes it so much better, or enlightens it, or multiplies it, and gives it back to us way better than what we had it originally. I could
100%.
have easily been the CEO of Primal Poetry because I was the face, I was the head male here in Primal. But I didn't have that finesse, that razzle dazzle, that extra. So why wouldn't I say, hey, I think you would be the perfect fit?
She do have the razzle dazzle. She
Angel, you're going
look
to do a
out. Now I'm
backflip if you roll your
now I'm
eyes any
getting the
harder.
side eye. Now I'm getting the side eye.
I got no further statements, Your Honor. My case is closed.
Someone
Now
going to
I'm getting
wind
the side eye,
up.
big brother.
First of all, he had it and he has it, right? He has it and he has it. But for some reason, I guess the reason that he just fed y'all is why he pushed me forward. But then he was dirty. Okay. They all was dirty, including Irene. So we did a vote.
She just called them
Okay.
all dirty.
Then they went even deeper because they called Mama in it to vote. They called Mama, and she looked at me and she told me, "I need you to adjust your crown and stand up tall and get out up front and do what you got to do." Well, now y'all play dirty. Like, how can I tell Mama no?
You can't.
Like, what? I can't even fight it if I want to at this point.
They on
Oh,
you,
they're calling you
Angel.
a snitch now.
They on you, Angel.
They're saying you
They
snitching.
blind.
Oh,
I
she's
don't care.
snitching.
I don't care. They know they set me up on that one. They set me up. So that's how I became the CEO of Primal Poetry.
So let me clarify here. You had some good suggestions. Davino implemented those suggestions, and then you had some more good suggestions. And he's like, "Well, hey, why don't you just tell them your good suggestions since they're your good suggestions?" And then you told them your good suggestions. Everybody liked your good suggestions. So then all of this group of people who liked your good suggestions forced you into implementing your good suggestions. Did I get that close?
What are
I
you
don't like how
suggesting
you
here, Gam?
described it. I don't like how you bringing this off right now because it's
I just want to understand. Is that accurate? Did I give an accurate depiction of what happened?
I guess so.
Maybe it lacked emotion.
Mm, I don't. I mean, yeah,
So you're the accidental CEO of Primal Poetry.
yeah, because I wanted to be in the background. I wanted him to come out of his comfort zone. I wanted him to shine. And all of a sudden, he wants to turn it over here on me. I like being in the dark. Let me stay my vampire vibes back here. I can
I
give
feel
you what
you.
you need to get you where you need to be. Let me just be the force behind you. And he
Yes,
wouldn't let me do
yes.
it.
Well,
Um, which leads to the beautiful erotic poetry company that we have, Primal Poetry.
well, part of the thing about leadership is you do it when it's needed. It's not a choice. Leadership chooses us oftentimes. A lot of people think of leadership backwards. They think it's something to aspire to. I think the really
Mhm.
good leaders just find themselves in leadership positions and then handle their business. So that says something to me about your character. So, for what it's worth.
Yeah, yeah. So we started doing you see I try to brush past that real quick. Like
I see you. Hey, I'm a
I got
professional,
up.
though. The problem you have here is you're dealing with professionals over here too.
Try to set that on that.
I mean,
But
we bring bow ties to the show now. Come on.
so we wanted to do something different. Um, we wanted to bring erotic poetry out into the world. Um, so we started doing Zoom events. I do not like compliments. Thank you so much, Irene, for backing me up on that. I don't. It's so uncomfortable.
I can
Um,
relate. I can relate.
but we started doing Zoom poetry events. Um, the first one went beyond our expectations, our wildest dreams. It went beyond. Um, and then one day, Mr. Caprice and I were talking, and he told me that he didn't go to prom. Now here's spoiled Tony. What? You didn't go to prom? Who don't go to prom? Like, what was that about? Why didn't you go to prom? And he was like, well, my mom um was a single mom, and my sister really wanted to go to prom. And he was like, so I didn't want her to struggle to try to get both of us to prom, so I gave it up. I gave up me going to prom so my sister can have everything that she wanted and my mama wouldn't be stressed. And I was like, okay, good enough excuse. But my brain in the middle of the night, and they tell you I am good for popping up surprises. I am good for having a thought in the middle of the night and come back the next morning like, okay, so I was thinking. So I had one of the moments. So I called the team and I told them, and I was like, well, I want to give him a prom. Like, how can we throw a party that has the prom vibe, but it's an adult prom and we go out and have fun? Yep. And then our ring phone goes off. And We came up with the Black Tie Affair, and then we added a whole nother function. Instead of just making it a big party, why don't we do poetry with it and make it all female poets, so that way we're celebrating the men. So I was like, hmm, okay. So that's how 50 Shades of Seduction was birthed. Was birthed because this handsome man of mine did not go to prom, and I wanted to give him that experience. But we also wanted to incorporate something that he absolutely loves. So,
You, you. So they made sure you were a part of the event. Oh, poetry. You mean something else that he loves?
yeah.
Poetry. Got it. Got it. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. See what happened right there?
So,
You
in
do
my head,
blush. You do blush. Vote for
put that down.
CEO.
So, we're planning this. I'm probably running Irene up the brick wall, but we're planning, we're scheduling. Um, this particular year, the men hosted, the females performed, and then out of the blue, again, squirrel brain in the middle of the night, I called Irene. I was like, "Look, what if I crown him? Like prom king, and prom queen. What if I crown him?" And she goes, "Okay, that could work." And I was like, So what if I have his mom and his sister come and pour into him? She was like, "We can make that happen." Okay, okay. And I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have a dress change because I'm gonna be dramatic. I'm gonna have a dress change. So I'm gonna come into the event in one dress, and then while they're talking to him, I'm gonna run to the back and change it to the sexier dress, and then I'm gonna come out and crown him." So fast forward to the event, it all goes down. He is completely surprised. Um, Irene and our then other partner brought him to the stage. Um, Irene handled making sure that mom talked and his sister talked. I was in the bathroom switching outfits so I could come out and pour into him after it was all said and done. And I crowned him king of 50 Shades of Seduction. And it was to open the door to floodgates to show men that we see you. 50 Shades of Seduction is about us letting males know that we see you. In that particular climax, I think that's when it kind of hit where, um, and understand anybody, I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but it's a reality thing that black men were leaving home and not coming back. They are leaving home not knowing that they are loved because us as women don't know how to effectively communicate that um, to them when they leave. So we wanted this event to be about loving, appreciating, also sexualizing um, these men to let them know that we see you. We scheduled it the night before Sweetest Day. So if nobody knows what Sweetest Day is, in the Midwest, it's the male version of Valentine's Day. We scheduled it the night before, so that way it's leading into Sweetest Day. But we wanted them to know that at the end of the day, when y'all leave the comforts of your home, we don't know what you go through. We can only imagine because we go through our own trials and tribulations when we leave the comfort of the home. But more of us women are coming home at the end of the day versus the men coming home. So we wanted to give them an appreciation of love and respect and just let them know that we see you. Um, so this will be our third show. Is this our third show? So October 18th, next month is our third 50 Shades of Seduction. Um, We have definitely amped it up to it being a lot more erotic, a lot more erotic. Um, Female poets. We have added our lovely Miss Kitty, who is down in the chat, to the event, and she comes in and does a BDSM segment. Last year, they brought her,
Cool.
well, she came out in a teddy and a leash. Um, there was whips, chains, waxing. It was a lot going on, but it was done tastefully, very classy, very sexy. Um,
I just added you, Kitty.
Rizzy said I volunteered.
she did. Reese volunteered to get spanked. Irene walked her out, and it was a night, right? This year's event, it is happening again. We have no other than Lady Shine and Devlin 313 performing. We have Miss Kitty doing a 30 to 45-minute BDSM segment. And for those who don't understand what BDSM is, it's not because when I heard it, okay, I heard it. I was like, who want to be beat on?
Completely unfamiliar. You're going to have to explain this.
And Reese, I'm sorry, I did it again.
I'm not gonna get the
This
acronyms right.
BDSM thing, huh? What is that all
Yeah.
about? Just
So,
messing with you, girl.
oh, okay, because I was gonna say, so
I'm sorry. I was just messing.
I was like, we're gonna have to bring Irene and Miss Kitty up if you want an explanation of what it is. But
Kitty's like, I got you. Devlin's like, chat's leaning in.
what we want to do
Why
is
am I
show
nervous?
people.
Why am I nervous?
Don't be nervous. Don't be
Be
nervous.
afraid. Be very afraid.
Why am I nervous?
Because remember, we were one and the same at one point. We didn't understand it. Like what? I don't want to do that. What is that? Um, you got your fingers up.
Yeah, I wanted to say from my perspective, from a male perspective, that was my first time interacting with someone in that lifestyle at our last show. I've been asked a lot, hey, are you a dom? Do you do? No, me and a couple of my friends have similarities that are in that lifestyle and things, but I've never been in that lifestyle. The stuff that I received from Miss Kitty, and it's crazy because, like, you can always teach an old dog new tricks, believe me. The stuff that, I mean, like she said, it's super tasteful. Didn't lose concentration on anybody. Everybody was sitting there like, really? Huh? Oh yeah? Like, I mean, glued to it like your favorite TV show. Explained everything, broke everything down. The demonstrations, like she paddled Reese. Now Reese was shy. She paddled Reese. I got to learn that you don't use regular candle wax when you do. It's a certain kind of wax that they make when you engaging in those. But then
I
you
heard
can blend
about
it
this.
with the ice cube, and
I heard about this wax situation.
Interesting.
You got to have special wax.
Miss Kitty is the shit, and she breaks it down from A to Z, and makes you feel so comfortable, but does it in such a fun way, where you don't have that awkward feel like, man, I feel weird doing this, and no, you feel like you're at the crib, like you just sitting back and enjoying yourselves, and you tell everybody, if you're going to learn about this type of stuff or interested, talk to somebody like Kitty.
Yeah.
It's the most comfortable thing you could ever do. Like, I know we like, man, I'm me and I don't need to know about this. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. I am fortunate I have Kitty and Irene for any questions that I have to explore and answer and things like that. And a lot of people don't have that. But if you can find someone like those two, definitely learn what you can.
Yeah, because there's definitely levels to it, right? Um, we are comfortable with each other where we can talk about just about anything. Um,
Look at
and
Davina.
we can
Dude.
explore, just about anything because there's always a level of conversation. Um, and it's always like you have to be 100% comfortable with your person. Like he said, I didn't know that I like wax. Hmm, I like it. Interesting. I almost slid out my chair while he was putting wax on me. Um,
I'd slide out of my chair if he was putting wax on me too,
yeah, yeah,
Angel.
yeah. It was like, whoo,
Sliding around on my stool. Good Lord.
sir, I think I like this. Now there are certain things that's a hard no, but
Of course.
hard no. We just talked about something recently, and it was a hard no, but I had to ask the question. So when I found out about it, I sent him a message and was like, "Have you heard of this?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, Are you interested?" And he was
Vino
like,
breaking out the sounding rods.
"It."
I'm gonna excuse myself now.
So he was like, "Baby, do you see how big I am? Why would I want to do that to you?" And I was like, "You sure? Because I don't want you coming back later asking, because I don't think I can do it." And he was like, "No, I have no interest in doing that." I was like, "Okay, cool," because that's a hard no for me. I just want to be sure to make sure, because I don't think I can do that with you at all. No way. So it's always a conversation and then you don't know what you're comfortable with or what you might like unless you explore it a little bit. So that's why we're kind of open when we talk about stuff on live. Um, yeah,
Reese.
it was Irene's fault
Reese,
that I asked
Reese,
that question.
Reese, Reese. Oh my goodness.
I don't think you okay. So it was fisting. Have y'all heard of that? I was disturbed.
You gotta start with. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you know what, Chad?
To your point, Chad. But look at my fist.
Yeah, dude, I'm 5'9". Your fist is probably like the size of my skull, dude.
Where that's going? Where is that going?
Hey, for me, that's a hard no, a soft no, and all the no's in between.
Hard no, soft no, and a hell no.
Right.
I was like, I didn't know how I was going to be able to function if he was interested in that. But you have to be comfortable with your person to have those type of conversations. Like Miss Kitty taught me that I like something that what I like actually had a name. Never would have known if you aren't comfortable enough to have those conversations.
It's Divino, right? Like that's the name is Divino. Oh, you meant a name for the act or the
Yeah,
action or the.
some
I got
acts
you.
that you
I,
that you
I got you.
have or kinks that you like, there's actually names for them. And I wasn't aware until we were having a dialogue. And I was like, "Oh, that has a name? Didn't know." So if you're open to erotic things, if you are open with your person and 100% comfortable with your person, to experiment, you never know what you're gonna like, or you don't know that what you already like is a part of that lifestyle. You just never knew that it was a name for it. So we like to make it open comfortable situation where anybody can come ask questions, learn. The poetry adds a whole nother level to it. Um, because some of the things that they write in their poetry,
This is
Well,
why I've been fighting to have you two there. Big time. Every time I see you, you coming in October. You coming in October. You coming in October. This is why. And I do have to say for the record, when I'm in here, my brothers are the best wingmen ever. They the best wingmen. I love y'all.
We love you, DeVito.
we got you, Davina. We got you, brother. We love you, man.
so Primal kind of gives you a little bit of everything. It gives you erotic poetry. It gives you um, demonstration instructions about a lifestyle that people like to label it taboo. Um, and we try to always make it a safe place for you to ask questions, for you to kind of let your hair down and just be in the moment. Um, so that's pretty much primal poetry.
I love it. I love it. So here's the thing. I think what you're doing is important. Part of the reason we discussed yesterday, but I'm from the South. I'm raised and Davino and I have had conversations about this. Having to unlearn some things and having some boundaries that are put up that are artificial that aren't really made by us. They're made by the society we were grown up in, so to speak. So for me personally, I think it's a combination of just my personality and mixed with my upbringing.
Right.
So I feel like that you're filling a really important role because it is such a taboo thing to talk about sex. Like literally just to talk about sex in this country is taboo just by itself. With a lot of people. And then to actually have to have a real true conversation, in my experience, in my life, if some people that I've known in my past, couples that I knew in my past, had met Davino or had met you or had met Reese or Irene or Devlin, literally they might still be together. They're live. They may have been able to fulfill each other. But we live in a world oftentimes where those conversations aren't had, and as adults, we literally don't know how to have them.
Yeah.
So I feel like y'all are doing something. It started out like the 50 Shades event started out as, in my opinion, like a kind thought. Hey, this is my man, and how could I do something to make this happen? But I believe it has grown. And it is more now, I would describe it as more of a movement. Primal poetry, in my view, in my world anyway, is a movement, is a resource for people to reach out to, people that are serious adults who could have these conversations and could open some doors for people and open some. And I really think that people I've known in the past would still be together probably if they'd have met you.
Definitely. It's a point where you can't you can. It just depends on who and your partner are. Um, but things become boring and routine after a while. So if you are open to having conversations and finding out, like our rule is, we'll have a conversation about something and we'll try it twice. If neither one of us is feeling it after that, three times. I don't think I agreed to three times, but okay. We gonna
You only
try
got two
a
fifths,
couple of
Davino.
times. Chad, no, your fist is not going anywhere near that area.
Mercy. Oh, mercy.
Never.
No means no, Chad. No means no. I was ready for your ass today, Chad. I got you. Don't you worry. Tony,
have you seen
Angel
the
Tony, I got you.
Like, have you seen his hand just spread out like this? Absolutely not. No, I love you, but
It could be wow or mom. You know what I mean?
Could end up being both.
Right?
but in a relationship, once you know that you're safe with your partner, and you can have conversations and not feel embarrassed or feel disgusted, and it's a conversation that you two have and you make a decision. Like I said, we tried, he say three, I say two. We tried a couple of times. If we both agree that we were both turned on by it, by all means, we go do this here and there every so often. We know we have something to fall back on when it starts becoming too routine. I am at the beginner level, y'all. Okay. The only reason I am comfortable talking about sex is because of him. The only reason I can is because he's made it a safe place for me to explore. I'm never ashamed. I'm never embarrassed. I talk about it openly when I want to. Um, and I'll talk about it to the public, to the world, if that's something that I want to do. Because I have someone who constantly has my back, just like I have his back. So it's a gentle exchange. There's so many levels to it that you never, unless you like to be beat and poked and all of that. Hey, that's fine. That's you, my baby. You go and you do your thing. I'm at the surface level, and we'll probably be at the surface level for a while. But it's a point where we're exploring, so that part of our life will never be boring. It will never become routine. It will never become a chore, as I hear some women as they get older say that sex is a chore. Sex isn't a chore to me
Should
because
be
he
more.
knows what I like. I know what he likes. And it's a battle of pleasuring each other and getting each other there. So between Miss Kitty and Irene, we are able to give them an experience as well as educating at the same time, as well as making it a comfortable, safe place for you to ask questions, for you to get better understanding of what you like, what you're interested in, where your mind is going. It's a whole experience.
They're saying in the chat, Twista was asking about if there were any VIP packages left, and
Yes,
Kitty and a couple other people remarked that the VI you get the full primal.
experience.
Does Davino and his giant hands show up? Is that part of the package, or is that a
Mm-mm.
just for you thing?
That's
Like, do
that
they like we
that's
got to make
not.
sure people understand if they buy tickets, are they getting like an experience with Davino, or they got to bring
No,
their own
That's
man?
a
bring
that's
your
a
own man.
that's a
Or
whole new
Chad,
meaning to
maybe
throwing
we can
hands.
volunteer Chad. Like you can sign up for the experience, and maybe we could throw in a Chad for you, but you don't get Davino.
Yeah, bring your own man. Okay.
Oh,
The most you can
oof.
possibly get for that night is a side hug because I know him. He don't like to be touched like that. Now, if he hug you full on, that's because he consider you his sister and he love you. But that night, the only thing you go get is to be able to look at him, smell him as he walk past, and maybe let his voice at some point in the night tantalize your eardrums. That's it.
Well,
Look, Davino, when you give Chad his side hug, please hug him gently. He's a little bitty fella. Please don't break Chad.
No,
Please.
I'm treating him just like I did Devlin. He's getting full on, all arms, everything. Just you gonna have to be buried in the chest, bro.
I'm good. I'm good.
So,
I
with
love
50
it.
Shades of Seduction, not only do you get to experience it in person, we also have VIP sections which are beds. So our VIP sections are full out beds. You'll get a bottle of champagne. Miss Kitty is going to have some goodies for you. You will get two primal stemwares to take home, and then you will get some one-on-one time with Miss Kitty as well during that night to ask any questions that you want to
Meow.
ask, or find out some techniques that you're looking for. Giveaways, one-on-one with me, all in the VIP section. So it's gonna be a whole experience for you guys. And Miss Kitty is understand. You also be able to watch for those who cannot make it to Chicago. We also offer the virtual aspect. So you'll be able to watch it virtually as well. And all of that ticket information is in my bio, Davino's, Irene's, Primal Poetry. When are we taking it on a tour?
That's a
So
great question, Enigma. That's a great question.
Yeah,
here
it
it
is.
is. Here's where it comes that we need everybody to support the movement of Primal Poetry. Um, our goal, our final goal is to travel from state to state and bring this experience to a different state every October. Our goal is to eventually give Miss Kitty her own dungeon. Okay. We'll build out a dungeon and a part of the event space, and VIP will be with Miss Kitty. You'll get the whole full out experience, but still have the option or the access to watch the poetry show while it's going on as well. The venue that we currently use now in Chicago, eventually, fingers crossed, 2025 or 2026, the whole basement of the venue where we are this year will be Miss Kitty's lair. Whatever she wants to call it, it's hers. Everything downstairs
Yo.
is her playground, and everything upstairs will be the dance floor. The poets are performing, the DJ will be upstairs, and then the TVs will be letting the people that's in Miss Kitty's lair be able to watch what's going on upstairs because it'll be on the four TVs that are downstairs. So we need everybody to support as much as you possibly can. Spread the word. Come to our open mics, come to our live Zoom shows, and try your best to come to the live shows so that way you can get that experience.
And
Oh,
bring
yeah.
your tie. Bring your black tie. Bring your
In
tie.
October, always
You're
bring
gonna
your
need it.
black tie. You need to be dressed in Black Kitty's Playhouse. That's a good one too. Kitty, you keep a note of this, but I know you probably already got a name for your area.
Miss
But
Kitty Saloon.
the black tie, it's a black tie affair, so all guests are required to wear black from their neck down to their ankles. The performers and everybody that
I,
is within the show, yes, I see you.
We
And you
got
can
it.
wear the
Wait.
hat. You can wear the hat. Y'all see the bow tie? Y'all see the bow tie? Um, and all of the performers and everybody that is helping to get the show running up and going we all pick a color at the beginning when we start rehearsing. Everybody has their own special color for that night. So all the women that is making sure that this show goes off without a hitch is in a color, and everybody else is in black.
Nice. Uh, Tell me this: are the people going to get a little taste of poetry this evening by the great Divino Caprice, or yourself, or any of the other? Do you have anything like that planned for us tonight?
So Mr. Caprice is Miss Irene, the Passion Queen, and Miss Lady Shine will be giving y'all a piece and a taste of what primal poetry brings to the table.
Well, I know that our dear friend and co-host Chad, a lot of times right around now, has to go put his little girl to bed.
I
So
gotta
he
go be
may.
wholesome.
he may
Okay.
dip out on us.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
definitely want to give the opportunity to hear a little poetry, give the folks a little taste of what they can get into.
Yeah. I am
Chad,
I am gonna
do
go
you
put my kid to bed.
you have any
So,
thoughts before you leave, real quick, man?
man, this has been awesome. Angel, Davino, I love y'all. I will
Love
try
you
to
Get
get
you
back.
back.
next time, Gadget. Next time.
Next
I will
time,
get you next
Gadget.
time, Gadget. I love it.
No, I love you too, brother. I love you too.
I'm gonna go be wholesome for a few, and if you guys are still slinging a little woo in here when I get done, maybe I'll come back with some safety goggles and some tissue.
Not safety goggles and tissue.
Just catch it in the beard, save it for later. That's all you gotta
Hey,
do.
Oh wait.
You don't
Save it.
want no flavor saver for nothing.
I got a whole buffet right here. We can just save up.
All right, now don't forget to switch gears and tell the little one we said we love her.
I will do that. I'm going to definitely have to switch gears for a
Make
minute
sure to tell
put
the
my
right
child
one,
to bed.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell the right one, man. Don't mix that up on me. You get me in trouble.
Oh my gosh. All right. Hey, I will catch you guys later. If I don't see you between now and then, catch me Thursday. You know the stuff. All
Absolutely.
the TikTok stuff.
Absolutely.
Big love, everybody.
Love you, brother. Thanks, man.
See y'all.
Hope you feel better, dude. I hope you feel
I'm
better,
getting
man.
there,
Get some
homie. I'm
rest,
getting
dude.
there. Will do.
Get some rest, man. All right. So, Mrs. Angel Toni, you have a couple or a few representatives of folks that are going to do a little bit of poetry that might be something similar to what they might find at the event,
Yes.
which is in October, and it's going to
October
be
18th.
the 18th and 19th.
Well, it's
Uh,
October 17th through the 20th. Thursday the 17th, we do a meet and greet. So we're gonna go out and have adult fun at Lucky Strikes, where they have an arcade. This particular Lucky Strikes has an arcade across the hall, bowling, pool tables, darts, bar and grill. We go have a good time on Thursday nights and be big kids.
Movie
Leading us
theater.
up to movie theater, but I don't think nobody gonna go see no movie. But if y'all do, okay. Um, then it leads up to Friday. Friday is the event. And if anybody is coming that would love their makeup done, my baby Shay Boogie beats your face to the God. She is the only person that I will allow to put makeup on my face
that's
because she
Shea Boogie,
doesn't make me
y'all.
look like a clown. Okay. So if you are coming to the event and you are interested in getting your makeup done, hit me in my DMs and I'll direct you to her and let you know what her prices is and what you need to do for that day. Um, so that night, 9 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 9 p.m., 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. The show starts on Zoom as well as in person. Saturday is we always go to brunch Saturday morning about 11:30 a.m. We're going to Good to Go Jamaican cuisine. So we will go have fun. I'll have a list of places that people can go see if they are interested in doing fun things in the city of Detroit. Otherwise, you can do your own research. That night, we are going to do our best to find an adult lounge where we can kick
Chicago.
back, dance, have
Chicago.
a good
Chicago.
time.
Chicago. You said in the city of Detroit. It's in
Oh, I
Chicago.
did. My bad. It's in Chicago. It's Chicago. My fault. Where we go kick back and have a good time, shake a tail feather, and then Sunday, everybody got to go home.
Is there going to be any virtual or people do it virtually?
Yes, you'll be able to watch the show 50 Shades of Seduction as always in person and virtual. So those links are in my bio. You have a virtual ticket or you have an in-person ticket.
And if I understood correctly when we talked, it is okay with your permission. I'm going to put a link to that in my bio.
Yes.
So when I'm doing my shows or I'm doing flow states, I can say, hey, if you're interested, go right to the bio. So y'all be able to find it again later. Find it on Angel Spot, find it on the Vino Spot, and you'll be able to find it on the Gen Project as well.
Yes.
It is there a order that you want to do your poets in? Any particular order? Is there anybody else you want them to send up?
Lady Shine and Irene the Passion Queen.
Gotcha. If
Uh, Train tickets can range anywhere. You can get a round trip train ticket depending on where you are, like from the Metro Detroit area to Chicago. My tickets are no more than $100 round trip.
Lady
Hi,
Shine,
my
please send me
baby.
a hello, Irene the
Hey,
Passion Queen. It's good to see you.
good to see you too.
Thank you, Lady Shine. I'll get you right here. There we go.
So I guess you can run it Lady Shine, Irene, and then Davina.
Let me break with the norm here, if y'all will forgive me for just a second. We're Could you say that order again? We're gonna go Lady Shine, Irene the Passion Queen, and then
Irene.
Davino, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But before we do that, hey Hanson, how you doing, buddy? Let me give Lady Shine quickly an opportunity to say a couple words. Opportunity to say a couple words to you, because this is about Angel Tony, and we are spending a lot of Angel Tony's time talking about other folks and other events and all of that. So, if we could just say a quick minute, say something, if you would like to. If not, I don't want to put anybody on the spot. Y'all might have said everything you want to say to her, but I suspect you might have something you'd like to say. Lady Shine, what do you say we start out with you?
Look, okay.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. I love you, Lady Shine. Thank you
Listen,
for being here.
anytime any of these folks say, "Will you be somewhere?" I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get there best as I can. Um, I gotta say, I've said this. I don't know. We probably gonna be at 1,027,000, and that's okay. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you cry. Too bad. I'll make you laugh, then snot, and then laugh again. But
There's gonna be snot though.
right,
That's why she
no,
started sounding like a robot.
no. She just you have this incredible way of being bossy and soft at the same time. You just do. I have never had a moment around you that I didn't feel loved, that I didn't feel supported, that I didn't feel protected, and that I didn't feel a little bullied. Just a little bit. Um, just a bit, just a little bit. No, you have this way about you. You are constantly making sure that everyone around you is okay. And I pray for the moments when you feel safe enough to allow people to do that for you too. Yeah, because all them strong bricks, they they eventually have to be taken down because you got a whole new foundation under your feet now, and it's okay. And you are so loved, and you are so incredibly brilliant, and you are passionate, and you I just always know when you're in the room, everything's gonna be okay. I always know that when you're in the room, everyone that's in there can be themselves, even if they drive your ass crazy. You will never let them be anything less than themselves, and you will never love them less for being themselves. And I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful for the moment that y'all came into my life. And before I met Davino, I met you. And you was like, wait a minute. The first time that I did a piece, and it was not at all erotic that particular time. But it was that big sister feeling It was that mothery feeling, and it also goes back and forth between that big sister little sister feeling, but it's always genuine. There's never an ounce of hesitation in the realness that you come to the table with, and for that I will always be grateful. I know that if I call you, you'll be there, and I know that you will never steer me wrong. You are the entire reason that Gemini Effect kept moving forward when everything kept blowing up in my face. And you said, "No, baby, if we got to shift it this way, if we got to shift it that way, it's gonna happen." we just have to make adjustments. But you always have a vision, even in the moments when folks can't quite see themselves out of the hole that they're in. And I've watched you do it, not just with me, but with all of the folks around us. And you're never scared to voice your opinion or to say what's on your mind. And I pray that is something that you never lose. But I also pray that you also understand that the soft side is okay too, even with us, not just with his big ass.
Thank you, Lady Shans. Thank you so much for that.
She had to put out the thing.
We're gonna. She said, "But look, Lady Shans is gonna perform for us this evening. We're gonna skip down to Irene, the Passion Queen, real quick. If you'd like to say a couple words, since we got her eyes leaking a little bit, Lady Shine got her going a little bit. Irene, the Passion Queen, is gonna go ahead and bring us home.
I ain't gonna make your eyes leak. I don't like feelings and shit. So, I don't like that. But yeah, the brick wall, I knocked that clean over. She pulled me over here, so the brick wall had to go. But yeah, so I knew Toni before I knew Davino, and actually, she's the reason I'm a part of all of this. Because I remember I think it was like December of 2021. I get a text from her, "Hey, what you doing?" "Nothing. Sitting in my mama's house. What's up? Here go a link to a Zoom. I need you to come up in here real quick." "What am I coming up in here for?" Just go. Oh, okay, fine. So I get in there, and she's like, "I want you to read that piece." "What?" She said, "I want you to read that piece for them." "Oh, Lord, okay." Now, mind you, at this point, I wasn't performing my poetry. It was only a sprinkle of people that knew about it. I had put one post on TikTok, and here she go pushing me in front of people. I'm like, ooh, Jesus. Okay, all right. Well, we're here, so we gonna do this. But Toni, know I ride for her without a question. She ain't even got to ask that question. I ride for her real quick. We have definitely built a friendship and a sisterhood very, very quickly. And she know I love her to the ends of the earth. And don't play about her at all. But she do need to learn how to say compliments and stuff like that. And I'm going to keep doing it for her until she learns. So,
It's tough. I understand. I feel her on that. It is a tough thing to learn. Sometimes it takes a little time. We got to grow into it, you might say.
This is true. But she ain't got no trust in me. Good right.
Right? She going there. Well, Miss Irene, the Passion Queen, I thank you so much for being kind enough to join us and for saying a few words about our dear friend Angel.
Don't you go nowhere. Oh, so she was
No,
trying to skate. She was trying to skate quick, so
no,
had to make
Listen,
sure.
she ain't lying. I'll skip to the loop my darling up out of here so fast.
and I'd just like to point out that we mentioned earlier that she was a natural born leader, and the story you just heard was she led Passion Queen right into that scenario. So,
Her and a couple other people pushed me all up into this. Yep.
So was you bullying Irene, the Passion Queen? Is that what was happening? Was you bullying her, Angel?
Yes.
You, like Davino bullies you? Were you
No,
bullying her?
see, I
Is that similar
softly
thing there that was happening?
encourage. No, I softly encourage. I see the potential, and I want them to be their greatest self. So I just softly push them to the edge with the loving and affectionate encouragement to go
I,
out to the world and be the best them they can be.
I'm having a
Okay,
difficult time hearing how that is different than what my man Davino was doing. I'm really having.
She
I'm,
softly pushed me in, and then you got Thunderbird voice up here. So you know, like who you getting pushed, and then the thunder coming at you, and it's like, wait a minute, now, Jesus, it's a lot
Well,
going on.
see, I softly encourage and coach you, like the baby mama bird, I'm nudging you to the edge. And then
yeah.
he come out of nowhere and just push. That be
That
him.
that innocent fellow right there,
Yeah.
that innocent guy, the guy that opens doors.
Yeah.
He
Look
pushed
at that
me,
face.
and
Could
I
that
tried to.
possibly be someone that would push anybody?
He pushed me
Look
out the
at
way because
him.
I went to touch the door.
Oh yeah, he don't play about that. He don't play about nobody opening doors, and do not walk closer to the street. When you with him, you better get closest to
Oh,
the brick wall
that's
that you
right.
can get. Because if you anywhere near that street, he go push you or you get popped.
And stay where
One
he
or
can
two.
see you too. And stay where he can see you.
Oh Lord,
Right?
stay where you
Can't
can see
protect
me.
what you can't see. I feel you, man. Me and Davino in the same. We grew up in the same. I feel you, brother. Open doors. Don't stand close to the street. I'm with you. I
Sam
see.
too.
I see that. I see that a little differently than some might, but
I mean, I don't mind. He just didn't have to push me. That's the part that I was just confused by. Why did I have to get pushed?
but would you, if you saw him in person, would you give him a hug?
I have no choice.
She don't.
First off,
And it
I
wasn't
am
a push.
5'2".
It
I am
wasn't a
5'2".
choice. It was a love shove. That's all it was.
So, as you can see, folks, these people work together closely, and a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of thought and a lot of passion has gone into the 50 Shades of Seduction that is happening in Chicago, and also into Primal Poetry. So I hope that everybody will put your tray tables and your seat backs in the upright position. Go get your tissues, uh, I know that Primal Poetry normally does a little thing at the beginning where they say, "Hey, turn your cameras off if you're gonna do something crazy," because we don't want to see that. But
Because that has happened. That has
right.
happened.
So I did warn Ezra that there was going to be some poetry happening by some friends of mine on here tonight that might be a little risque. So I've done what I can to protect us. If our feed should disappear, folks, fear not, we'll be back. But know that Lady Shine, Davino, Irene the Passion Queen, and Angel Tony had nothing to do with it. It was all my fault. So, if I understood correctly, we were going to go in the order of Lady Shine, and then we were going to have Irene the Passion Queen bless us with one of her spoken pieces, and then we were going to have the grand finale is going to be Mr. Davino Caprice. After that happens, I'd like to make a couple announcements just to kind of remind people of everything that's going on, and maybe make a couple broader announcements. I do announce on every show the shows that Lady Shine has. Irene the Passion Queen, we're going to make sure that we get you anything you have going on my call list so that I can make sure to call that out. And the same thing goes for my brother Davino, which he's got a direct line. He knows anytime he needs something, all he got to do is call me up. So we will be promoting this every time I do a show, the Gin Project show. I'll be making sure to shout this out. I'm going to put the link in my bio in the link tree so people will be able to go in. And I don't get anything for that. Nobody here has paid me for anything. They're here because I asked them to be here. So if you go in my link and you click on the link tree and you go over, what happened?
Now, did you ask me or was I bullied into it? Because I felt like
Well,
I was bullied into this.
well, I feel like you're doing a great job. I feel like you're doing wonderful work here. so so look out for that. You'll be able to find the links to the events that they have going on. You also often can find when Lady Shine has an event going on. You'll be able to find that in my link tree. I usually add that in when she sends it to me when she's got stuff going on. And so look for that. But that gave everybody a chance for all the adults to go put the kids to bed and to get themselves ready. Make sure you get your tie on or get your nice clothes on, whatever it might be. And without further ado, the great, the wonderful, the absolutely spectacular Lady Shine.
Oh no, not the big box. Wait a minute, Jesus. Hold on.
Oh, yes.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Famous last words he said. Tell me what you want. Well, I want to know what it feels like to have lightning strike my spinal cord and then dance through the monsoon in between my legs. As your fingertips dance between my lower lips and your other hand forces my chin back to give you the demanded eye contact. Regrip, then squeeze. Daddy, please. But I am so far outside of my element, and the warmth of your breath on the back of my neck sends the arch in my back from sea to you. Formation, and I never knew that monsoons could sing. And she sings eruption melodies, and then he demands my praise as his eyes force me onto my knees, as it is now time for worship, and I like it here. No, I love it here. And his moans, they send me to a place where the only language spoken is pleasure, and I love keeping him tongue-tied, as he always keeps the seat for me, face buried deep in between my thighs. And did I mention that I love how he never asks for mercy, bites with just enough pain to ignite pleasure but to never truly hurt me? And I want him to make me beg for every single inch of it. And he knows that I'm a little scared of it, so he never gives it all to me when I ask for it, and never gives it all even when I beg for it, and never fills me up though I drip in anticipation of it. It's always the tip and then take away, the shaft just beyond the tip, as he laughs and loves to play. And when he gives it all, it's like my soul just left and flew the hell away. And it's his growl that snatches it and rams it back into place, and my breath is now gone, and as I run to try to catch it, it's his hands that have gripped my waist to ensure that I cannot get away. And now I have lost control of my legs, but he seems to have found it. Spellbound by lust and love, and there is absolutely no way that I can get around it. And he tells me to let go, and as commanded, I do. And I explode for the first time in my life, and now it's a hurricane and no longer a simple monsoon. And it's his hands that are the only thing keeping my mind, my body, and my soul in this goddamn room. And as my body begins to collapse, his does too. And that is when he looks me in the eye and says that this is what happens when you tell a real man what it is that you want for him to do. This peace.
Hey,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
so there's just a little start. That was fantastic, Lady Sean. I don't even think you used a bad word in that whole thing. Actually, not that I'm opposed. I curse like a sailor when I'm not on here. To be honest with you, I cuss a lot. But that was impressive. You painted a picture right there.
Don't worry about it. It's coming.
So next, ladies and gentlemen, we have the incomparable, the lovely, the wonderful, one of our favorite poets out there, Irene, the Passion Queen.
Ooh, yeah. She was nice with y'all. I'm a little bit more rough.
Yep, that's all right. That's all right. We carved out a space for you tonight.
It's the right time of night. Yep. All right. So this particular piece that I'm going to do is called Desire. He whispers in my ear, "What do you truly desire, princess?" As I stand in the middle of the room, blindfolded and restrained, with my hands above me, my senses heightened and with anticipation, I softly moan at the overwhelming energy that is exuding from his being. Daddy, I desire to please you. I desire to submit my all to you right now here in this space. Spank me or flog me, kiss me all over, marking your territory, push me past my limits, elevate me to a level of subspace I have yet to experience. Put me on a leash and guide me to ecstasy. Fuck my mouth until you are satisfied. Drain me of every ounce of liquid you can coax from my waterfall. Make my knees weak, my legs shake, my eyes roll, and my mouth open. To let all the sound out of my body, I desire to please you with my body. So I can see the pleasure in your eyes and hear the gratitude in your moan, feel the electricity in your foot and your touch, smell your enticing pheromones in the air, and taste deliciousness in this. I desire to be your princess, your brat, your slut, your good bitch, your nasty whore, and even your fuck toy. I desire to submit to you my body and simply worship the body that God has given you and the strength you hold in it. My desire is simply to please you. Peace.
Ooh,
Jen, you okay?
I'm
You
okay.
you
I'm
okay?
good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm
Because
good.
I know that it'd be a
I,
lot.
I might I might be tingling a little bit. I might be tingling. Passion Queen got me tingling a little bit over here now. Hold on. I might even be verklempt. Might even be a little bit verklempt. Miss Irene, I thank you so much. Thank you for being willing to come up and do a poem with us.
Of course.
And folks, please remember my request to be respectful. We're about to bring Divino Caprice up. Ladies, he is taken. And please keep your cameras above the waist while he's on. Without further ado, the great my friend. It's an honor to be able to call this man my friend. I see him as a big brother in a lot of ways because we don't see each other all the time, but when we do, it always brings a smile to my face. And I know that this man is out there working, trying to do the right thing. And for me, that brings peace to my life, believe it or not. So the great Divino Caprice, ladies and gentlemen.
The feeling is mutual, brother. Truly. The ladies threw me off. I didn't I thought you said a taste. I was gonna throw a little something out there, but I guess we
Do your
doing
thing,
this.
man. Do your thing, man. All they can
Guess
do
we
is throw
doing
me
this.
off. What are they
I
gonna do
was
to me?
I was a little shaking myself. This was called To Be Continued. Hey, I felt like I needed to let you know that my hand is craving your throat. It's fiending to squeeze and offer you your needs a pleasure that only could be dreamed about. I enjoy biting your bottom lip, softly sliding my teeth to the tip and then release to allow my lips to suck on yours. The need to want to run my tongue down your neck in between your chest so I can indulge in tasting your nipples as I squeeze and tease to stimulate your body to its heightened immaculance. Gripping your waist, those pleasure grips just to the tip of my body, needing skin on skin contact. The arch in your back dictates that you're enjoying this. So since you do, I'll just grab the back of your neck, snatch your ass over to me with total disrespect, bask in your obedience, push you up against the walls, spread your thighs, and give you that 2-finger check. I dare you to move. While I lose our clothes, you breathe deep as your eyes open wide because you feel him growing swole. This is what you want, right? You love to play the game and fiend to be tame, but with consequence, there's no one to blame but your motherfucking self. So if it's pleasure that you seek, I slide my between those cheeks and just a pinch your nipples just to hear you moan. Grab both of your wrists, pin them above your head, spank that ass with the devilish intent, cause I know it arouses the fuck out of you. Especially when I leave a few handprints. On top of the table you go because it's what I want and what I demand. As I open those thighs to expand, exciting your body and tasting your juices because talking in tongues seem to be the only language that you understand. So now learn your lesson. While my tongue flicks and sticks back and forth across your clit, I want you to scream out your sins, like I have you in confession. Your body flings and sways in pure excitement while your hand grabs my head and guides it to the favorite part. I love when you guide it. Don't try to hide it. You're craving this, aren't you? Tell me, where do you want to go from here? While you lay here just to feel the intense, the width, the length, while I pamper and penetrate as I demonstrate the example of full-fledged sacrifice. I slide you to me as I linger the tip right between your lips just to tease you with bated anticipation. I thrust in as you give a moan that only unimaginable pleasure could create in a decimal fit for fucking. See, this was a warning to your switch. You better tell that bitch she better stay on her submissive side. Take a look in my eyes and tell me if I'm playing. If I'm in a place to be tested. I thought not. I pick you up off the table and set you over on the back of the couch. I come around to the front, fully insert them in your mouth and just give you one long taste before you get that ass worn out. I'm on a crash course with your spine. When I enter from behind while I'm deep stroking from behind, you give me that look like I've lost my fucking mind. I'm thrusting and fucking holding shoulders and pulling hair. All in this shit as you barely can keep your balance, cause we moving furniture around this bitch. But you, my good girl, need the best of both sides. From the look in your eyes, she craves an equal balance. I carry you to the room. I carry you to the room to lay you upon the soft sheets as your eyes become excited from inch after inch of this meat. Stroke, choke, repeat as I put that ass through a spin cycle. Pleasure's peak as I seek for you to scream to the mountaintops, nails digging in as you're begging me not to stop the focus we share on pleasuring and pleasing the way you have loved to be handled and tamed and teased. The thought of it just brings me to my knees, and this is the reason I hunt for your climax. To be continued. Peace.
Yo. Ladies, it's okay. Yes, hydrate. Get your tissues out. Do all the damn things, because that was the Vino Caprice, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a special grand finale for you. We're actually going to hear a poem from Angel Toni. So, Mr. Caprice, I thank you, sir. You know how I feel about you, man. We've been planning this day for months. I love you too, brother. We've been planning this little thing right here for months. But even I didn't know about this. So what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna enlarge the box of Miss Angel Toni. Yes, Irene. Yes.
You will never be that excited and move the way that you move. So, Lady
So
to Shine. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that for those that aren't aware, we're reading some poetry. Primal Poetry has an event on the 18th. It actually is going to go 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. It's going to be in Chicago. There's still a couple VIP passes available. You'll be able to find that link in Angel Toni's. She's in the big box right now. Go up there and click on her name. Go to her bio. You'll be able to find this information. You'll be able to hear poetry from folks like Lady Shine, Divino Caprice, Irene the Passion Queen, and others. And she is the CEO of Primal Passion. We're going to rename it. We're going to call it Primal Passion. No, I'm kidding. So the CEO of Primal Poetry right here, about to bring us a passionate poem, I'm sure. And I thank you, Angel Toni, for doing this. I really appreciate you being on the
I
show.
appreciate it.
I would like to thank all of you that came up and said some words for Angel and read your poetry. And I would like to thank the folks in the chat that came through to show your love for Angel. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate you doing this. I know we've gone over on our time, but we had poets on the show tonight. We got to get some poetry in. So right now, without further ado, the CEO of Primal Poetry is going to do a poem her damn self. How about that, y'all? The great Angel Toni.
So, this came about because I was challenged and I dragged my feet for months. Lady Shine, Angel Kim, and Poetic Beauty challenged me one late night, and I told them never, leave me alone. But she gave a prompt, and I was inspired to write to it. So this is more loving and encouraging situation. So I cannot. I'm not gonna look at her no more.
She like, yes.
So
I
it is
love it.
called A Letter to My Man. You are enough. You are loved. You are needed. You are desired, wanted, protected, and cherished. I can't erase the hurt and disappointment, pain, and abandonment you have been through. I cannot fix your past, and truly I don't want or desire to. You're probably looking at me like, why? Simple answer. Because it made you who you are. Think about it. Your past created the man that stands before me today. What I want and desire to do is love you uncontrollably and unconditionally, encourage you and cheer you on, uplift you and be the one who stands up for you, redirect you when you venture off, assist you with all that you need, hold you when times are tough, be your safe haven when the storm is raging. I will and forever be your homie lover friend. I will fight beside you and never against you. I'm your sniper and your watcher. I'm your co pilot and your captain when you need me to be. I stand 3 feet, well, maybe 5 feet behind you, to the right to ensure that I watch your back, front, and sides. You know why I said maybe five? I am always, I am, I am your peace. I am home. Understand. Understand me when I say I love you from your hair follicles to your toenails and everything in between. Know that when we found each other, you don't walk this life alone. You no longer have to fight alone. You complete me in every way imaginable, and I am in good, good trouble with you. Hear me when I say I'm completely and madly in love with you through good and bad times. You are enough for me. You are enough for our babies.
The great Angel Toni, ladies and gentlemen. In case you didn't know, that poem was for the incomparable Divino Caprice. So let me just say this. I really, really appreciate you coming on, Angel. You are an absolutely remarkable woman, and you're a leader. Like Lady Shine, like the Vito, like Miss Irene the Passion Queen. You're a leader. And it comes natural to you. You can't help it. And now you got to live it. And in some ways, I can understand that. But we're in it now. You're in it now. You just got to roll with it. But I very much appreciate you coming on, and I really believe that y'all are doing important work on a lot of levels. I think that the conversations that are had, for example, over in Sister Chat, the conversations that are had in some of your lives, the conversations that are had, Lady Shine's lives, and when Divino shows up, and when Irene the Passion Queen shows up, are important conversations. And I'm so grateful that there are serious people having those conversations, because there's a lot of fools out there trying to have those conversations too. So it is really, from my perspective, it is good to see that good people are all trying to row in a similar direction and trying to get everybody to understand that there's a bigger picture here at play. There are some limitations that have been put on us by the society that we live in that we don't have to accept. And you are breaking boundaries. You are kicking in doors, and you are liberating souls in a lot of ways. Because I am absolutely convinced that if you had met some people that I knew in my past, they would probably still be together. Don't get it twisted, folks. They have some fun, and we have a lot of laughs, but these are very serious people on a very serious mission. And I believe in that mission, and I stand behind it 100%, 7 days a week. As she says, 10 toes down. I'm in it. I'm with you. So in the future, if I can promote your stuff, if I can get it out there, if I could just bring you one extra follower, then that's what I'm going to try to do. You all have my numbers. You all know how to reach out to me should you ever need anything from me. It doesn't matter if we don't talk until this time next year. I'm still going to love you just as much, and we're going to do the damn thing again next year. So I'd like to go ahead and get you scheduled for next September. We'll go ahead and get y'all on the books if that's all right, and y'all will be the first booking for next year. And we'll go ahead and, if you're all right with that, we'll just go ahead and make sure that we plan for that. And the
Definitely.
next time, and when y'all have any events on the in between, please let me know so I can share that out. I do have a bench here in house that when I get the okay from Lady Shine, I'm gonna work on that for her. I did get the old antique bench ends, and we're gonna try to make her a bench in honor of that poem that she did of the last bench. So we have some things in the works. I also Wafty Llama. I have to get in touch with him. That's on me to do that. But he has agreed to help me with the poem that him and I hope to come present in one of your poetry sessions. So that was inspired by Davino and Miss Devlin and Lady Shine coming into a live long ago. Just kind of a busy guy, and it takes me a while to get stuff done. But we are on that mission, and I believe in every one of you, and I'm so grateful to all of you for accepting me and letting my goofy ass be who I am. So thank you for accepting some redneck ass guy in a basement as one of your friends. I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate all that you do. We appreciate you for embracing us, even though sometimes it's not the easiest conversation for you.
I
See,
wouldn't change a
Gin
thing. I wouldn't
Gin
change
is
a
what we
thing.
call vanilla when
I'm
it
real
comes to what
vanilla.
we do.
Whatever is more vanilla than vanilla, I'm that when it comes to the sex situation.
Oh, so when you come to the show, you're gonna be real red. Gotcha.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna take me a few years to be able to even come to the show.
Between Irene and Miss Kitty, they'll get you right in one session, bro. You be good.
Right, that's what I'm worried about. we
Adam,
we
this
gonna
is
make
like,
that
who
happen.
are you?
We gonna make that happen one year. We gonna try to make that happen somehow. But every year y'all said y'all getting a little more out there, so I don't know. I better make it quick because y'all might be beyond my reach.
We don't want you to, have to put your,
But
your chest if you come. So you might want to come while it's still kind of on the light side.
right. Either way though, I'm gonna be out there repping for y'all. Either way though, whatever happened, I'm gonna be out there repping for y'all. So
We
I
appreciate you.
I appreciate everybody coming on. Is there anything that I put out today that was incorrect or information that we need to correct with times or anything like that?
Nothing at all.
Nope.
Is everyone on the panel okay with me putting this copy over on YouTube? It'll stay there. There won't be anybody else taking clips from it or anything. But so the people can see it that weren't able to. And y'all are all welcome to pull whatever clips, of course. It's your show. So you're
Okay.
welcome to pull whatever you want from it.
You're good. You all good, bro.
All good.
Barry, Alaikum salam, bro.
Alaikum salam. Appreciate y'all so very much. Are there any final words that anybody like to say to Angel Toni Davino before we get off of here, or Lady Shine or Irene?
No, she know I
You got it. We got it covered.
I'm gonna say shocked because I didn't know nothing about this. The last piece. Now I know how Irene felt when we surprised her.
Oh, okay.
But
Your lady got a trick up her sleeve now and then. I didn't know either. She sent me that on the download. She sent me a message. Hey, I'm gonna do this. All right.
You saw how I heard up and set up. I was like, wait a minute.
yeah,
So
it's
especially, I'm sorry, Davino. Go ahead, please.
because she's written a couple of them, and I'm the only one who has them. I'm the only one who owns them, and the only one that's seen them outside of her. So for her to do this is it's a moment. I appreciate you.
I
and
highly
love you for it.
recommend. I highly recommend y'all go pull that clip out and put it on your pages. We've got her on copy reading a poem to Davino.
Indeed.
I love it. I love
And that's
it.
my last time.
You said that last time.
I know, but
That is true.
with everything that we've had going on recently, I felt like I needed to pour into him. So circumstances changed that last time, but this is the final. That's it.
I
All right, well, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because I believe everything she said until that last sentence. I don't believe a
right.
word of that. I believe everything she said all night until right then, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think she's gonna be reading poetry some more.
Nope.
She got all these bullies over here that's gonna make her read. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming in. I appreciate y'all. Who you are looking at right now is the CEO of Primal Poetry. Have an event coming up 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th in Chicago, Illinois. There's a few VIP passes left available. Please look in her link tree to find those. Special thank you to Lady Shine and to Irene the Passion Queen for coming up and doing a performance for Angel Tony's show. And a super special thank you, obviously, to Divino Caprice, the founder of the feast, so to speak. Without Divino, none of this would have been possible, up to and including my show. I mean, he reached out to me at the very beginning. So I appreciate you, brother. Nothing but love for you. Nothing but respect
Always
for you, man.
love, man.
I'm glad to know that you're out there in the world moving, doing what you do. And I hope you know that 100% of the time I'm going to show up with your back. So
I appreciate
always
you. Likewise. Definitely
appreciate
likewise,
you.
bro.
And I would like to say to Miss Devlin in the chat, I thank you so much to Devlin. Devlin was the first poet to take a chance on me and be willing to come over. And SA Artistries asked her if she'd come be on the Gim Project show because I wanted to have people represented from all the different disciplines. So a special thank you to Devlin. Without her many months ago, none of this would have been possible either. So thank you so much to Miss Devlin. Love and respect you. You're still my TikTok crush, Devlin. Appreciate you. So thank everyone in the panel for being here. Thank everybody in the chat for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to get on later tonight to work on some of these guitars. Please turn on your notifications for these folks. Everyone in the boxes here are amazing, accomplished human beings that are humble and kind and thoughtful. And I'd really appreciate it if you'd support them. So thank you, everyone. Thank everybody on the panel. Love to y'all. Have a wonderful night.
Appreciate you, brother.
Bye, y'all. Appreciate you so
Appreciate
much.
y'all. Thank y'all. Have a good one. Good night, everybody. Primal Poetry, y'all. Get you some of that. She's right there.